Whoa, 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 check it out. Bespoke Tom Davies frame, black and purple iridescent with amethyst to Neptune, custom tinted lenses. This is a bespoke frame that was made about 10 years ago. We just re-upped the lenses with this beautiful amethyst gradient tint on Transitions Amethyst. Don't go anywhere. How's everybody doing? This is the Hicks Brunson Eyewear YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. On this channel, I like to talk about my favorite indie eyewear brands, custom tinted lens, Transitions technologies, other photochromic technologies. So if you want to see more content like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Oh, I am your friendly neighborhood optician, Daniel Brunson. Thank you so much again for being here. I've got a fun one for you today. Let's get into it. We're talking about Tom Davies, and I have a very good client who actually has a bespoke Tom Davies frame. And those of you unfamiliar with bespoke, it is a process that Tom Davies pioneered many, many years ago. We've been doing it here at our store since back around 2007 when he first launched in the United States. It is where you can take any of his models, we can measure the width of your head, we can make the size custom to fit you, and we can change the color to any other color in the Tom Davies collection. We can even change certain things about the design features. I actually made a full video describing how the bespoke process works, which if you want to check out, I will link to in the description box. All right, but let's get into what we did here. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this frame. This is a great rectangular shape, and it's what Tom calls a double block titanium. So there's this back top layer of black titanium, and then there's this front rim wire, which is sort of a purple iridescent color. And then the temples are made of acetate. It's a matte finish. Overall, a stunning combination of colors together when you do the black and that purple iridescent. Really turned out nice. As I said, our client's been wearing this. He had it made about 10 years ago, and we decided to up the lens game today. So what we did was we took a color that we knew would really flatter the purple and black. We have a tint color in our custom tint catalog called Amethyst to Neptune. And so we did this on a 35% amethyst fading to about a 15% Neptune. You can see kind of a purple grayish gradient, double gradient combo. And we really love how this turned out in the black and purple. Oh, just look how good. This just looks awesome. You can kind of tell, I say this was made about 10 years ago. I think I'm right on that. You go back about 10 years or older, everything was a lot narrower vertically this way. That's one way you can kind of see. And I'm going to show you some brand new frames in the latest Tom Davies collection that are made in a similar way to this double block titanium, but that are current styles that you could easily make in a custom bespoke way if you wanted to kind of mimic these colors and do something similar with the tint. But let's get into what we did with the transitions. We used Transitions Gen S technology, and we did a color that I don't know if I've featured on the channel more than once, maybe just once. This is the Amethyst color Transitions. Of course it had to be amethyst, right? Purple and black Tom Davies frame with a tint color that we call Amethyst to Neptune inside. Then you wear it outside and they darken to that Transitions amethyst color. How good is that? Is that not fantastic? Like, let's just take a look at that on the face for a moment. Indoor mode over here, outdoor amethyst mode over here. What a phenomenal look. I'm really thrilled with how this turned out. This was a good looking frame, and it would be a good looking frame no matter, just about no matter what was done to it, even with a plain clear lens that doesn't do any of these cool things. This frame color still looks really good, but just look how cool it looks when you add these lens colors onto it. Let me just take one last look around. I love the amethyst color. I think this may be the only color, I say I love it. I love looking through it right now. I need to give it a second look. This is a color that I never actually made for myself. It's very gray based, but it definitely has the purple tones in it, and it is quite soothing to wear. And what I wanted to share with you were some new Tom Davies frames. that are available now that could be made in a similar vein. This is the model TD757, and this is a navy blue, kind of a matte navy, and you might not be able to see it on my background of those black gloves. Maybe you can see it a little better on the white background. Look at this fantastic blue color, two-tone blue, and this also comes in a, well here, let me just put the navy one on. This also comes in a sort of a light matte brown and matte black rim. So I think if you took something like this model frame, you could do all kinds of cool things. You could change that wire rim. You could do the same colors, purple to black. This one, there is another distinct difference, however. This one has the full titanium temple. These have the acetate temples. That's one of the things you can do with the Tom Davies Bespoke, is you can change the temple design. The acetate temples look nice. I happen to really like the functionality of this titanium temple because it has this rubber grippy tip and it hugs around the back of the head, sort of like a sport frame. And so they're very comfortable to wear. They don't slip down. So that is model 757. For those of you that like to go a little bit bigger, here is one that is called model 754. Now this one does have the double block titanium front and the acetate temple. So this is like a chrome color rim wire with a matte black top bar, and that does have a polished black acetate temple. And look how cool these would look. I like this a little bit bigger size. Really would make a cool tinted pair to combine with the Transitions. Maybe even add like a flash mirror of some sort. So what color do we have here? Oh, this is the blue. I mean, what kinds of things you could do? A navy blue gradient with a flash blue mirror on a Transitions Sapphire or a Transitions Extra Active Brown, my favorite. So here's just a couple of ideas that you could take from the Tom Davies current collection and turn into something like we just re-upped that old bespoke Tom Davies frame there that I showed you in this video. Those are all kinds of fun things you can do, like sky's the limit with Tom Davies, all kinds of customizations you can make. When you add in the custom lens technologies that we can do with colors and transitions, you can have a truly unique pair that perhaps no one else in the world has. And that's the great thing about custom eyewear. You can have it your way. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this look. Would you like something like this for yourself? Would you have done it differently? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.